Hello, Becoming a Pioneer with Bimal Shah, author and pioneer. We're going to go through great details on this book and be with us till the end. Welcome to my show, Bimal.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me. I love the opportunity. Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
All right, Becoming a Pioneer. What kind of pioneer is this? Is it about the business, about doing something new, or what is it?
So, becoming a pioneer is what my mission is to make entrepreneurs pioneers and by helping them achieve their 3 year business goal in 1 year. So, I take their 25-year goal, bring it down to a 3 year vision. That 3 year vision is connected to their long term 25-year goal and help them get there in 1 year. So
That
that's my interpretation of becoming a pioneer. And I believe that the world, if every entrepreneur is a pioneer, the world will evolve so much, and everybody can work in symphony and harmony throughout the world.
So, how long have you been doing this? And
I've
what
been
was
an
your inspiration to write your book?
So my whole thing was, before I die, I want to make a million pioneers. Okay, because I'll leave the big legacy. I'll leave behind, something that's extremely valuable, and people will love it. So you can't take money with you. You can't take things with you. You can only leave things behind. So that's my mission. That's my big why. And that's why I started this whole thing about, how can I get to a million pioneers. So the first thing I thought is, I will have to write a book. There's no other way. So, that's the fastest way to reach the maximum number of audience. And then I built a club and a community and everything else, from it. So, everyone who gets the book gets to become part of the club. So I also have a pioneers club, and when they join the club, they actually can also become part of the community. So that's my big why. That's my whole journey of getting to a million pioneers.
Wow, that's a great goal. So, I see you have a good ranking still on your Amazon page. And did you get the bestseller banner?
So I was number one new release for the whole time,
Hmm.
for the entire month. I believe new releases only stay for a month, right? Because new releases are only there for 30 days. And after 30 days, you're no longer a new release. So for the entire, every single day of the new release, I was number one new release in becoming a pioneer, throughout the whole time. And now, obviously, working towards the bestseller, and getting that. Hopefully, some of your people, can join the club, get the book, and
Yeah,
be part of the community.
good. So, what was your experience in writing a book? And especially, how did it affect your business?
So, writing a book is a great thing. I believe every entrepreneur should write a book. Everybody needs a book, right? Everybody has something to say. So, I started writing because I had a mission, I had a goal, I wanted to bring a transformation, and I wanted to write a book because I've seen so many books, but many books don't, they are great, and I wanted to add something of value where everybody is able to read a book and implement something right away. So the book is a workbook. It comes with videos, it comes with tools, it comes with training. So it's a multimedia book that people are able to execute. It comes with resources, so people can execute things right away and see a impact immediately. And because we all, you probably have read a lot of books, I have read a lot of books, and many a times, the concept of what we read is still in our head, but we haven't implemented, we haven't executed it. So I wanted to make people pioneers, and in order to make people pioneers, I thought of writing a book that actually does that.
So, have you planned this method in your business as well?
Yes, absolutely. So I always think long term. So I take a 25-year goal, I have a 25-year vision, and then I broke it down to how do I get closest to my 25-year vision in the next 3 years. And that was also one of the inspiration to write the entire book series, because in order for me to get closest to my 25-year vision and make the biggest leap in the next 12 months, I had to come up with a book series. So this book series, and this book, the inspiration behind this book series is not just a book, but a system. It's a timeless system that can be used, even a year from today, 10 years from today, 20 years from today. People can keep referring to this book, people can keep using this book, and they can keep writing. I
What?
mean,
Okay, all
go
right,
ahead,
go ahead.
go ahead.
So what have you written inside the book exactly?
Sorry, sorry about the question. Can you
I
repeat
just
the question?
need to know some description about the book and what are the main points inside the book.
So the main thing on the first book series is about the vision. So it's, the main problem. Here's one of the biggest problems I see with entrepreneurs, and this was a study that was done by SBA, that 99.7% of the businesses are small business, and 80% of these businesses fail even after 15 years in the business. So why is such a huge number? Why do 80% of entrepreneurs fail even after 15 years of the business? So there are three fundamental reasons. One is thinking big. People don't think for the impossible. People don't think for, aiming for the impossible. People don't think exponential. Most of the businesses, they think linear growth. I want to grow my business by 20%, 50%. They're not thinking I want to double my business, I want to quadruple my business, I want to 10x my business in 1 year, because they feel that's not possible. So that's the purpose of the first book, for them to think exponential, for them to think and vision. So this whole book is about vision building, because it all starts with imagination. Your imagination is more powerful than knowledge. And when you use your imagination and apply the right knowledge, you can achieve miracles. So that's the
Yeah.
purpose behind writing the whole book.
Exactly. Everything is vision. Everything. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Can you go a little bit further and you know I can see your head top up.
Okay.
Yeah,
There
yeah.
there you go.
Yeah,
Right there.
much. No, no, it's not.
There you go. Okay.
Okay. Um I okay, that's you said that's a book series. You already have the first one out. When do you have the next one?
So the next one we're planning in a month, in March. And actually, our first meeting with the Pioneers Club is today at 6 p.m. So if anybody gets the book today, they will be able to connect with other pioneers. And there's nobody else who's doing that. So normally, if you just buy a book, you just buy a book. You're not able to connect with other buyers. Like if somebody buys your book, how does one person who buy the book in one part of the continent connect with other person who's bought the book in the US, right? I'm doing that through a club, the Pioneers Club, and there's no cost. So anyone who buys the book actually joins the club for free. um, and they're able to connect with other pioneers. So that's what is happening. So the next one is in March. I'm launching it in March.
So you said there is three fundamental keys in having a big business. One of them is vision. Vision. What is the second one?
The second one is people need a system or a process, a timeless system to scale. Okay. You can have all the things that you need to do, but if you don't have a systematic process of how you're going to scale your business in a year, then it won't work. So, what I'm leaving behind with this book process is a systematic process of week by week. Okay. So that this is what you do in week 1, this is what you do in week 2, this is what you do in week 3, this is what you do in week 4. Step by step, that I'm building a whole system that you can use. And that's the second fundamentals, and that's what I'm leaving with the book series. And the third fundamental that people need to do is they need to divide that into leaps. 90-day leaps. You need to be leaping every quarter, you need to jump every quarter, and you need to run every week. So this whole system translates into what is the leap you're going to make in the next quarter, and what's the sprint you're going to make in the next week, who's going to do what by when. So it's all about executing what you learn, and once you execute what you learn, you jump to the next level.
That's interesting. Having the system, it's really important because, so many people can make burgers, right? Much better than McDonald's or, right? But because McDonald's has a system in place, which worked for years. They have great processing, they have customer service, even if the quality is not as high as you expected, but because the system works well, so
Right.
people, yeah, that's the good thing about the system. And the thing is, it's much easier to go step by step because entrepreneurs get very confused when they're gonna start something new. They don't know how to start it, and they don't know how what are those steps. They just get caught with a very very shiny objects. There are lots of
Exactly.
things they're gonna
We all
do.
get attracted to the tiny
Yeah,
object, right?
yeah, and there is no concentration. There is no focus on what they're gonna do. Right. That's the reason many entrepreneurs fail.
Right.
Agree?
Absolutely, 100%. So this whole thing is about staying away from everything that's bright and shiny, but focusing on what actually works. Because I've done this for over 20 years, and I worked with businesses, helped more than 2 dozen companies grow exponentially. There's a lot of testimonials on my YouTube channel. And so that's why the purpose behind the 13 book series is not to write a lot of books, but to leave behind a system, because systems actually work, systems actually deliver. And my whole concept, my whole mission is, before something happens, I want to at least leave behind a system that people can use forever and ever.
Yeah, that's a great mission. Okay, Bimal has few websites. First of all, he has bimalshahauthor.com, another one, the one year breakthrough.com, and another one is for his books. What are the differences between these websites?
So the first one is my author website. So if people just want to explore about me and my author as my author journey, that's just about me being an author and all the resources that I have. The one year breakthrough is my business website, all the platforms. So I have a very unique business model, and which is, that has allowed me to build Pioneers Club. So there's 4 stages. So the first stage is you buy the Pioneer book. Okay. When you buy the book, you join the club. So that's the Pioneer Club. When you join the club, you get to join the community. So that's the Pioneer Community. And I have 3 different types of Pioneer community: the Learning Pioneer, the Growing Pioneer, and the Scaling Pioneer. So you go into 3 different communities. Once you're in part of community, then I build a cohort. Cohort is a group of selected specific pioneers that become the advisory board to this community. So there's a whole structure and a system, and that's the one year breakthrough, the website that allows and gives access to all of these tools, resources, and on this whole system. And that's the one year breakthrough. And the bit.ly Bimal books, if somebody just wants to go straight to the book and get the book to the Amazon website, the bit.ly is just a shortcut to the Amazon site.
Amazing. All right. Do you have any recommendation for whoever wants to be a pioneer?
So the very first step, I always say imagination is more powerful than knowledge, right? You need to build up your imagination. And one of the things that there's a lot of people who seek a lot of knowledge, but if the knowledge does not match your imagination, it's knowledge that you can't use.
I like
So
that.
first build your imagination. This is what the book does. It helps you structure and write out your imagination to a T. Absolute, like it goes in so much depth about building your vision, including building your ideal dream come true, financials in the future. So it goes down to a T on building your imagination. Once you have your imagination, then we seek out the knowledge that is applicable to build that imagination and make it real. So that's where it starts, and that's what the first book is. So dream big. That's make big dreams happen. Not just dream, but make big dreams happen.
I like that. So make your dreams bigger and think bigger, because I the word of dream is not, when you say dream, it means it's not reachable, right? But dream can be reachable if you have a great planning, if you have a system in process, if you have a good vision. So
Right.
dream can be happen and can be visualized with your own work. So
Absolutely.
yeah,
One of the greatest things that I've done with the book is the dream, I believe, is already there in everybody's head. You have a dream, everyone has a dream. All my book is doing is asking the right questions to help extract the dream from your brain.
yeah,
So
I like
the
that.
book is full of questions. Instead of writing a lot of things and a lot of statements, I thought I should write a lot of questions. So the book is loaded with questions.
Because the first thing, becoming entrepreneur, you're gonna reinvent a job, right? That job
Right.
didn't exist before.
Right.
The point is, you have a lot of talents, you have a lot of potentials, and then you don't know which one you're gonna use, right? So you sit there, write your questions, answer your questions, and then say, okay, where I'm going, where I want to go. That's exactly what you did with your questions, because they can clarify their vision, and they can understand exactly what are the next steps.
Absolutely. So there's 7 C's to confidence. The first C starts with clarity, then it's commitment, then it's courage, then it's capabilities, consistence, competence, and confidence.
Yes. All right, Bimal, I love our talk, and I wish you a lot of success, and hopefully you get your best-selling tag very soon on your book.
Absolutely. Would love to see you at the club. Thank you. Thank you,
Yeah.
Pancha.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Please subscribe to Pontal Calhor Transition channel to get the latest interviews, and order my book PTSD Compass through Amazon. How to confront PTSD and navigate trauma to triumph.